Well, good afternoon on Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Disregard the clock. No, the batteries are gone on it, so disregard the clock and welcome to Ed Shed. Ed Shed this week is back indoors because I've not got the room in the shed to do this. I've got a tiny shed. I need help with the shed, guys. I need help with the shed. Give me suggestions for the shed. Anyway, right, so this week we're going to go over the sleeping arrangements, what I use all year round. I don't like just camping. April to September, I think you should be able to camp all year round. And look at the weather we've got now. It's 16 degrees, mild. It's not wet. Why can't we go camping? It's nice. Some of our friends have took their bike off the road as soon as October comes. I don't get that. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Bedding and bedding arrangements. We'll start with this. It's my Galert 4-leg camp bed. Well, it's a camp bed. I'm not going to put it up. You know what a camp bed looks like. 2 poles, material, 4 legs underneath. You know what that's like. Next to that, there's the inflatable mattress. Yeah, inflatable mattress. Need that. You do need that. Next to that is the inflatable bed. Now, the way I do it is the inflatable mattress depends on the weather, doesn't it? If it's nice and hot and sunny, the inflatable mattress is good because, well, you don't need all the warmth. You need a bit of cool air, and the thing with inflatable mattresses here it attracts the cool air from underneath the tent into the bed. That's why you get cold in the winter on these things. They might be comfortable, but they're freezing cold in the winter because the air gets cool in between your body and the floor, and the inflatable mattress keeps that air in, which you don't want. You could put the self-inflating mattress on top of that, about 1.5 inches thick, I think. And that alleviates the problem, but it doesn't cure it, doesn't get rid of it. So what I have is I have a camp bed for most of the year, and I have a inflatable mattress for them 2 weeks in summer that we get in June or July, maybe August. The self-inflating mattress, I'll put that on top of the bed just for a bit more comfy. But the 4-leg folding camp bed, which is a camp bed on 4 legs, I find that the most comfortable thing I've ever slept on, to be honest with you. It's more comfortable than my bed. It's really, really good. It could do with being a bit wider, but that's probably my fault for buying a narrow one. But there you go. Anyway, sleeping bag, which, to be honest, is getting a bit thin now. It's getting a bit past its date, so I should think about getting another one. 2 blankets. I've got this blanket, which I can never find in the grass, and this blanket, which is lovely and soft and fluffy. I love this blanket to pieces. It's really warm, really nice. And a pillow. Everyone needs a pillow. Dunelm, I think it was, a cushion. For the inflating mattress, I've got 2 pumps. There's this one. It's a battery pump. Takes 4 of them, both sides. So it's 8 batteries on that. As I've said in previous videos, you don't always get to park next to, you don't always get to camp next to where you're parked your bike. So a battery one is just ideal. There's nothing more stupid than watching people blow up their airbeds and these blow up things next to the bike, and then they've got to cart it across the field to where their tent is. But if you do park next to your tent, there's always this one. This one connects to the cigarette lighter, or as they say, the accessory plug now. So that's that one. No preference on each. Depends if you park your bike next to your tent, you could use the wide one. If you don't, you could use the battery one. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. Um, the, the one piece of kit that I have got that I use all year round, and it's a very, very good kit, and I'll mention the name of the site. It was called Biker Bits in Australia. A young fellow called Mark, and he's bang on with most things. He really is bang on with most things. So sorry, Mark, if you're watching. I say most things because we've all got different ideas on what we do and what we don't do. But I'm sure it was you that came up with the idea of the picnic blanket. The picnic blanket underneath. No, sorry. When you put your tent up, you got your bed set out and all that. Well, before you put all your bed out, before you put anything in your tent, spread your picnic blanket on top of the in the tent, on top of the sort of ground sheet that is part of your tent. Put the picnic blanket in your tent as a carpet, and that stops because it's got that kind of waterproof layer on it to stop the damp getting through. And what that does, that stops your damp getting through from the ground up into your tent and into all your stuff. Because, well, not me because I don't get it, but I've got a good tent. But there are people that they wake up in the morning and their tent's wet because the moisture has come through the tent, through the ground sheet and all that. Well, the picnic blanket will stop all that happening. It really, really will. So anyway, that's all my stuff. I don't take all of it all the time, obviously. Depends on what the weather's going to be like. Depends on if it's going to rain, whether it's going to have 24 degrees all weekend. It won't be in this country though, will it? No. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying. It depends on where you are, where you're going, what the weather's going to be like and all that. But that's all of my sleeping gear. It's very simple, it's very basic, and it does me, and it's been doing me for years and years and years. I've not been able to get it any better than that. Yeah, I think that's it really. Right, now what I do say is, it all goes in one bag. And right now I'm going to put it in the bag, and I'll show you the bag. I'm not going to stand here packing the bag. You know what packing a bag looks like. It's like, we've all stood at the end of the checkout at Tesco's packing bags. It's just packing stuff in a bag. I'll do that. There's no order to it going in a bag. There's no first come, first serve out of the bag. It's one bag. It's my sleeping gear bag. And I'll put it in the bag now, show you the bag, so you can see how it is and all that. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, right, welcome back. Couple of minutes, I've put my sleeping gear in the bag, it's all ready to go, and this is it. That's it. That's all my sleeping gear in that bag. So everything on that table is now in that bag, apart from that, and my inflatable mattress, which I don't need. I'm thinking it might be brighter somewhere. I don't know. What I'm thinking is it's not going to be a cold weekend, but it's not going to be boiling hot overnight, I don't think. So that bag will do it. Now the other thing is, when you pack your bag up, I'm babysitting dogs at the minute. Leave me alone. When you pack your bag up, what I do is I put that on the back of my bike. And it acts as a backrest. Unless you're leaning against someone, female, male, whatever takes your fancy. Unless you're leaning on somebody, you need to lean on something. When you're going on a long journey, like to France, Germany, Holland, from the UK, or I would say Scotland, but I've been to Scotland twice. It rained both times and I got absolutely soaked. I've got good wet weather gear and I got soaked, so it put me right off. Anyway, so I put that behind me, and on that long journey it's nice to lean on that. It's nice and it's firm whilst being pliable and soft enough to lean against, and it makes the journey more relaxing. So little tip, get a nice bag, put all your sleeping gear in it and put that behind you for the long journey. Makes the journey just better, really. A lot of people don't bother. They just pack their bike up. They've got the panniers and they use the rack at the back, and that's it. But no, put that there, keep it behind her, nice and so comfy for long journeys, and there you go. So that's my guide to what I use for sleeping in a tent when I go away for a weekend or longer. This has been Ed Shed Annex again. Next video to follow, we'll have a fluff around Friday in a couple of days' time. Till then, stay safe, be good, and don't be a loony. There's enough of them out there. Bye bye.